You might think you want to make your dreams a reality. You might think you want to create a life where you are a millionaire or your business is booming. However, what you're most likely wanting to do right now is change your current reality. Most likely wanting to get out of your current existence, whether that is not enough money, not having the love of your life, not feeling the perfect health, vitality, and satisfaction of where you're at. Now, this is a really crucial point to recognize because whilst we're consciously thinking, I'm going to create my dream life, I'm going to manifest my millions, I'm going to manifest my amazing love life and create a life I was born to live. Now, all of that is amazing and good. There's just one really big glitch in your system, and that is the reason you're doing it. The reason that so many people are wanting to create a life of their dreams is not coming from the heart of passion. It's coming from the fact that they're not satisfied with where they're at, or even more importantly, they're struggling with where they're at. This struggle can look like business not making enough to make it easy to pay your bills. It can look like health not giving you the vitality, the vibrancy, the radiance, and the sexy body that you might want. It could look like you being without a partner, without a love life. It could look like you're living in a house that's not your fairy tale romantic house. Whatever it is, the problem I see the most with my clients and people I talk to about their current reality is not that they're not wanting to make their dreams come true. It's the reason they're wanting to jump on the bandwagon and create a new life using the latest manifestation tool, do the latest course, join the latest self-advancement group, or whatever it may be. Now, I'm telling you this, and I run these kind of groups, but I see this pattern. And the pattern is the dissatisfaction, the rejection of the now. And when we come from that space, we're never going to fully flow into the best life we can have because it's coming from a place of low vibration, of desperateness, of lack. And the reality is we need to change that vibration and get excited about life again. I'd like to share with you a process that I take my clients through, my students, in fact, when I help my members that are aiming to create a soul activated business. We start off with this blueprint, and the first step that we take is to master our soul mission statement. Now, when I first created this program, I thought easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I love this. They're going to love it. It's easy and it's also enlightening and insightful and inspirational. Yet, it wasn't as easy for everyone. And this is a really good message for 2 points. One, what's easy for you is not necessarily easy for others. So that's a really important thing to remember if you want to help other people. And two, it wasn't a free-flowing, easy process for people to embrace, and therefore they got overwhelmed and exhausted. Now, I felt, devastated that I hadn't made it so easy for everyone. And since then, I've changed the process to make it a lot more enjoyable. And with this, what happens is we create this soul statement. It is the message that you're here to deliver to the world. It's who you deliver it to. And what I found was my members of this particular challenge were creating their best life rather than being real with themselves and looking at what are they an expert in right now. Now, everybody has an expertise right now, even if you are a teeny tiny toddler. Honestly, their expertise might be lighting up the hearts of those around them. Everybody has something that can benefit another person around them at all points in time in their life. Whether they realize that or not is in fact the missing piece to your puzzle. And so what I'm going to suggest is that whenever you're creating your best life, step back and come into the now and work out what is it that you are an expert at right now that you could take somebody else on a journey. Now, this might be as simple as making the best scones in the world. You might be fantastic at creating a high tea, making scones with jam and whipped cream with a little special spice inside that only you have created. This could be your little thing you master and you help others to learn how to do. Or you create an experience where they get to eat your scones, somewhere where they get to go and have the experience that you've created. So it doesn't matter if it's big or small. You might be somebody who is a multi-millionaire and can help others to take the step-by-step process to become that multi-millionaire too. However, it doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that your soul mission statement right now will not be the same in a few years' time. When your soul mission statement is something that you are really good at right now and includes an obstacle that you've overcome, it includes a transformation that you've already had. Now, some of the transformations that I've seen other people help loved ones with is stepping into the process of how to self-love, how to love the self, how to live daily with practical exercises to allow that to unfold. I've also started this myself, helping people to create a soul-activated business blueprint. If you want to know how to do that, look in the blurb of this video and you'll see a link to find out more. Now, when we can nail down that precise thing you're good at, you can be fully in the now with your life, with your business, with your passion, and feel confident with who you are. And when you know this special gift that you've already got, whether it's making scones or making millions of dollars or anything in between, then you can automatically increase your confidence, realize your worth just for existing, and so on. I'd like to take you back behind the scenes. Now, when I first left my PR company, I didn't choose to leave the PR company. I'm not going to go into a big sob story about the details of what happened. I had this PR company and a lot of wonderful interns and staff working for me. It was wonderful. It was glamorous. It was exciting. It was obsessive for me. I was running on adrenaline. And eventually I burnt out. Not like a casual bit of, I need a 2-week holiday. I literally one day sat at my computer and I swear to God, I felt a fuse blow in my brain. It was so weird. I literally shut the doors to my business that day. I didn't sell the business. I couldn't sell the business. My business was part of the home I lived in. I was upstairs and I literally lost everything overnight. Long story short, I then went and stayed at my mother's house temporarily while I worked out what had gone on, because it wasn't until many months later that I realized that I'd had this breakdown and my body, my nervous system had just blown and it wasn't able to function. Now, when that first happened, I would not accept that I could not keep doing. I was determined to support myself and to carry on and to find the next best thing. Now, in those days, social media had only been around for a couple of years and the internet was only just unfolding. There was nothing like all of the self-help courses and all the business regimes you can follow today. But I sat in my bed with no voice, feeling absolutely exhausted, trying to work out on my computer what to do with my life. Now, that is not what I recommend. That is kind of wrong, if we're allowed to say that. The point is that I just wouldn't sink into what was happening, and therefore I lengthened the time between listening to my body and using the wisdom of my body to create a revelation, to be seen as the next best step for my journey. I was fighting it and I had to put down the fight. Honestly, I was Googling everything about how I could invest in some other business because I wouldn't accept what my body was saying. Now, when we can listen to our body and our lifestyle and what's going on, there is so much goodness in there. Cutting to the chase, the first step I took was a self-love journey, and how that came about is a whole nother synchronistic story. Now, when I created the self-love journey, I was fully immersed in it and I was feeling so much better in quite a short space of time that I wanted to help others do it too. Now, at that point in time, I did managed to keep track of what I was doing and creating. And I made a self-love project called My Self-Love Project that I ended up selling to other people, because at that time, that was where I was at. And I really understood how other people would be in that same moment. And so it was perfect for me to be able to bond with my customer, my client, as well as give them actionable tools like techniques and things people could do to literally raise their vibration, increase their self-awareness, boost their self-acceptance, and start living a life where they're super happy and could see the light at the end of the tunnel again. That's where I was at. Now, looking back on that, that's just baby steps for me. I'm not interested in teaching a self-love journey anymore. That was way back then. And since then, there's been so many more stepping stones along the way. And each stepping stone, I created a whole new level of what I could teach someone else. This is my journey. It's your journey too. As we travel through life with a conscious awareness of wanting to be our best selves, we automatically open up the can for life to present us our next gift that we can offer the world. Now I help people, teach people, guide people, and intuitively use my channeling experience to set up a soul-aligned business that where they can actually live their best life and make it their business as well. And this is amazing, but I could not have done that all those years ago when I was lacking in the self-love component. That was step one. And meanwhile, there's literally been about 10 significant steps along the way. All the while, I have tracked my journey and I have grown as a person. Back then, when I was creating the Self-Love Project, never in a million years would I have predicted that I would be teaching others how to run their own soul-activated business. The reality is, before this happened, I also developed my intuition so strongly that I began reading tarot and channeling other guidance. I also created my own energetic healing technique based on the fact that I opened a portal within myself after studying Psych K. So none of this I could have predicted. And therefore, I'm saying to you, do not try to predict what you'll be doing in the future. Simply feel into your optimum state of being. How are you feeling as a human in your optimum life? You could call that your future self if you want to talk about time and space. And in the moment, focus on where you're at right now and how amazing you are and what you actually could teach somebody else, whether you're paid for it or whether you do it from the goodness of your heart. And this is the gold, because you know all we have is now, right? All we have is now. And the fact is, I don't know about you, but I can't even remember half of last week. So we don't want to be worrying about the past or the future, because we really do only have here right now. So if we are fully embracing the now, getting excited about the projects, helping others to help themselves in something that you've overcome, then we are on track with something that is called our soul's purpose. We are here to evolve ourselves. We learn through the challenges. We take the gifts from the challenges. We up-level ourselves, become more self-aware, and then we can help others to do the same. Now, the trick here is not to become in some sort of leader or hierarchy, or, we don't look down on people that are at a different space in their lives, because ultimately I could help someone to create a soul activated business and they might help me with my health or something. They might be an expert in menopause, for example, and that could be a time where I might need that one day and I could get their assistance. So everybody has their skill set. It doesn't have to be a hierarchy thing. It's simply humans looking after humans, community being community, and helping everybody to be present now rather than striving for the future. So I say, if you are wanting to start a soul aligned business, don't put it out there that you're doing something that you have never done yourself before. Simply be congratulating of yourself and celebrate yourself for what you have already achieved, and consider how much that has taken you. Like, what are the steps that you took to get that far? And on that note, this is a good opportunity to start journaling your life along the way, so that when you do get to the next transformational up-leveling space, you've got an entire journal full of all the collateral that you could use for your perhaps online course, to write a book, or to start a podcast, or to be a coach, whatever you might like to do. And I encourage you to click the link below to find out more about how I can help you to be more present in your days and to love, love, love your life, being absolutely authentically you as you are today. Looking forward to seeing how the universe assists you with co-creative processes so that you can be more and have more of who you truly are down the track. But right now, be your best self today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please show your appreciation. Give me a thumbs up. And I'd love you to subscribe to my channel so that I can see more of your interactions. Bye for now.